Coming to paperback and e-readers, Esteem Season of the Witch Girl. The aspiring angel takes on a wicked teenage witch in this action-packed all-new Esteem series adventure. Pre-order your copy of Esteem Season of the Witch Girl at Amazon.com and other online booksellers. Better get the go slow, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. Recently, black female business owner Tabitha Brown came on The Breakfast Club to talk about the concept of retiring her husband.
One of the moments that we all saw that went viral was when you retired your husband. And, Wendy Williams had made some statements about you.
Well, she's an influencer, and she's saying that she's retiring her husband. He's been a police officer for 15 years, and he wants to live out his dreams. Nope. I was married to one of those. I make the money and so on and so forth. Go live your dreams, buy a business, stay with me, but go, go, go. You see how that turned out. I predict that this marriage is going to be on real rocky ground.
And the way you responded with such grace and such love. It was almost like, I hope you heal.
First of all, Wendy Williams, honey, God bless you. God bless you. Okay.
Do you respond like that always?
In this season of my life, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the old Tab probably would have had that get back spirit, right? Mm-hmm. But she didn't even know me. And I don't know her other than knowing her from, her career.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you can also tell when somebody is hurt. And we've all been through things that cause us to project and feel a certain way. But I'm not going to exhaust energy and give anybody control over me to anger me, right? So, but also I just love people, despite what anybody have to say about me. There's so many people now that hate me, that don't know me, but I love them. Mm-hmm. It also makes me want to love harder in the world because people are hurting, right? A lot of people think that I'm fake because I'm nice, and I'm like, I'm compassionate. I held my mama's hand while she died. Like I've seen death so many times. Like I have also almost lost my life. Why would I not be happy and joyful? I'm still here.
That's right.
Right. So it hurts my heart for other people when I know that they're just hurting and they don't mean any harm in a way that it's really they're trying to make themselves feel better.
They're projecting.
Right. They're projecting. And so the harm is really they're doing it to themselves because they're not, instead of projecting, you should be trying to heal yourself and get what you need to feel better. But I don't know.
Did you get a lot of flack for it? Because, what it told me during that time is people don't understand love.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of people had something to say about it, but that's their opinion. I don't care. That ain't my business. But I also realized that a lot of people don't understand partnership. Right? I've been with my husband 26 years.
Amazing.
More than half my life. Right? Most people don't even understand that.
How did he feel?
He felt amazing. But after, what people don't know is I had been trying to retire my husband for like 2 years. We had enough money. And he was like, that money came too quick, babe. I don't want to do that to you. No. And so I was like, babe, I promise you, I got the amount of money that we have always said, if we have this amount of money in the bank, taxes been paid, we don't owe nobody, that you would retire. And he was like, all right.
Recently, actress, entrepreneur, and social media personality Tabitha Brown announced that she was retiring her husband, Chance Brown. Now, Tabitha Brown has been married to her husband for 20 years, and she told him he could retire from his position at the Los Angeles Police Department, where he had been working for the last 15 years, and he could go for his dreams now that she has had success with her whole business and her basically getting products at major retailers like Target. And because she has basically told her husband to retire, he's put in his papers with the Los Angeles Police Department after 15 years and is now looking to go for his dreams, as Tabitha Brown claims, and go out here and start a venture of his own or do whatever he pleases. Now, this whole situation on the surface does really sound like Tabitha Brown's husband, Chance Brown, could possibly be emasculated, but it could be a case of really true black on black love, in that this black woman is basically trying to show love to a husband who possibly supported her for many years, because if he was a police officer, he was working a very good job for a very long time, making some really good money, and basically seeing that her husband has gone through all of those hardships by working for the police department, because if you're a black man working for the police department, you're dealing with a lot of racism and white supremacy. So maybe this woman is looking to again go out here and try to do something good for her husband, trying to go out here and give him a break from a very tiring and stressful job. That could possibly be what Tabitha Brown is trying to do for her husband. However, I really don't know if this whole idea of looking to quote-unquote retire a husband is a good idea, based on what I know about the nature of men and women from my years of research of writing books like Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. And it's possible that Tabitha Brown is putting herself on a road to becoming single, because the whole idea of retiring a husband is basically sounding very much like you're emasculating that man and taking away his ability to be a man. Because when it comes down to men, a lot of men on the surface will make it feel like they're going to put up with the idea of a woman having more power than they do. But in oftentimes what happens with these men, like I talk about in my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, these men basically resent the idea of a woman having more power than they have in the relationship. And this is where these men's whole behavior starts to change, because they start to feel emasculated regarding this situation. And because they feel emasculated regarding a situation, what these men do is they start changing their entire behavior. And again, the whole idea of retiring a husband, again, basically make Chance Brown later on start to feel emasculated, because he's now looking to depend on his wife. And as he looks to depend on his wife, he starts to feel powerless as related to himself. Because what many women don't understand about men is that men basically, again, are designed by God to be leaders. Men are designed to go out here and be able to build on their own. And a lot of times when it comes to men, we like to go out here and figure out stuff on our own. And we like to pursue our dreams on our own without having to go out here and depend on the support of a woman. That's something that really frustrates a lot of guys. And oftentimes when women go out here and try to support a man, this is where those men start to again feel powerless. And those feelings of powerlessness and inadequacy basically lead to those men starting to resent that woman. And as they start to resent that woman, what they do is go out here and start looking to go out here and escape through three approaches. One is an attempt to again establish dominance, where they look to dominate the woman by going out here and looking to assert their authority. Others are try to assert their authority by impregnating the woman, and others just leave the relationship by doing things like cheating, because they don't feel like they can have that power as a man with this woman who basically has more, one, makes more money than they do, two, has more influence than they have, and three, basically have more control than they have as related to the relationship. And this whole statement by Tabitha Brown basically could be the thing that could wind up again leading to the deterioration of their relationship, like Wendy Williams wants to claim as related to her efforts to support a man. Now, Tabitha Brown wants to go out here and say that Wendy Williams is being bitter, and yes, Wendy Williams is a very bitter woman, but I know from experience that when it comes down to these type of situations, that it basically, when you have a man out here and he's under a woman, a lot of men see that as coming from a position of weakness, and they see it as coming from a position of weakness because they are depending on that woman. And again, it's hard to really have the confidence to go for your dreams when you're not in the driver's seat as related to everything. From my experience as related to men, a lot of men would rather just go out here and struggle on their own, and basically find their own way because that's how they build their confidence. A lot of guys would rather just go out here and put in that work on their own and just go for their dreams. And if this guy basically was a guy who had any semblance of manhood, again, he wouldn't want his woman out here talking about she's retiring him. No, that man is going to be out here even if he's got to work a stressful job like one in the Los Angeles Police Department as a black man. He's going to be going out here working on his dreams on those times when he gets that free time. He's going to be going out here and putting in that work because for a man, it's all about him being able to build on his own. This is something I know from personal experience because in those times when I had full-time work, I would be working on my evenings and my weekends on the stories I wanted to write for the books I wanted to publish. And even when I was out of work, I was still putting in work. And even when I was still looking for work, I was still putting in work on the projects I wanted to do, to the point where at one point I was walking 9 blocks to the library to go out here and promote books and upload these videos. Again, when it comes down to a man and a man having a dream, a man is going to persevere and continue to push whether he has a job, whether he doesn't have a job, whether he has money, whether he don't have money, because that's all in him. It's all about what he wants as a man and what he wants to accomplish. Whenever a man wants to go out here and go for a dream, he don't need no woman to retire him. No, he's always putting in work. A man is always putting in work on his dreams because he does not want to be dependent on no woman, because when it comes down to women, women are very emotional, women are very fickle, and when they get into a position of power, they start going out here looking to verbally abuse and castigate a dude. And that's why any man worth his salt is putting in work on his own to have his own and going for those dreams on his own. He's going for his own because he doesn't want to depend on no woman, because again, for him, depending on that woman is not a good look for him at all. No, it's not a good look for him at all. And usually what happens with women who go out here and have the man dependent on them, once they achieve their dreams, I know this for a fact, once that man achieves those dreams, that's when he participates in male hypergamy because he doesn't want to remain in a codependent relationship with a woman who, again, has more power than he does and then can opt to go out here and embarrass him in social situations by saying she got him where he is. No, a lot of dudes ain't really with that. So what they do is, again, they look to leave the relationship, go find themselves a younger or more attractive woman, and again look to monkey branch because they want to elevate their social status and leave the woman who basically again went out here and made that sacrifice for him in the dust. And again, this is not a good optical situation for Tabitha Brown, not a good optical situation for her as related to things, because whenever a woman goes out here and makes a statement like, I'm retiring my husband, she's basically making a statement that basically could lead to the nail in the coffin for that relationship, basically leaving a statement that could say that this relationship is basically over at this point, and basically over at this point because this man at this point, now he's got his pension from the LAPD. He's got, again, a part of his own salary, and he's basically now got an opportunity to get out here and again go for a dream. But that dream could become a nightmare for Tabitha Brown, could wind up becoming a nightmare for her, because again, when it comes down to nature, again, men want to be the leader. They want to be the one with the power. And again, with some guys, that even though they may have a feelings for a woman, they still want to be a man. And again, part of being a man is that you don't want to be in a place where your woman is dictating to you. No, you want to be in a leadership position. And again, Tabitha Brown may be on a bad road because you just don't make statements in public to emasculate your man. What you do in public is go out here and say things like, okay, my husband just decided to retire and go for his dreams. That's what a woman who respects her man does. But when it comes down to a woman indoctrinated by feminism, who's caught up in her gassed up head, what she's going to do is say, oh, I retired my husband, not understanding the optics of that statement. The optics of that statement basically saying you emasculated your man. You don't have no respect for your man. You are saying that you're the one in the driver's seat and he's not driving anything. And again, for a man, it's hard to again say that you're really serious about going for your dreams, because again, a man who is about something even before he even get with you. I will tell you that from my own life experience. Even if I were ever to get involved with a woman, I've already got my stuff putting it together. Again, I'm working on manuscripts basically every day. While I'm making these videos, I'm working on books all the time. All those books you see ads for, those are books that I had been working on the previous year. And again, when a man is about his work, he's out here building on his own. He ain't got to worry about no woman taking care of him. He's already on that business. Now, he may not have a lot of money in the beginning, but he be about something. And again, he's about something because that's what men are all about. And that's what makes me look at this dude quite suspect. Makes me look at this dude real suspect, because again, your wife shouldn't have to be in a place where she's making all the money for you to be able to make power moves. No, men make moves whether they have no money or not. I mean, when I was on YouTube, I was making moves and people were asking me to appear on shows. And as I started to get things together after the Sean James initiative from Obsidian, I still was again putting in that work. I've been putting in work since about 2002 or so. I mean, I've been putting in work. And again, when I listen to this story, again, this woman doesn't know where she's going, but I can tell you, one of the things I don't like to do is agree with Wendy Williams. But from my own research, from reading about many people, like Academy Award-winning actresses like Hilary Swank and Halle Berry and many others, again, whenever those women made more than the man or had more success than the man, it basically, again, led to that relationship falling apart, because a statement like you're retiring your husband sounds paternalistic, sounds like you're talking down to that man like a child, and basically ain't a good look for your relationship, because when you make a statement like that, it shows, one, you have no respect for your man, two, you don't regard him as a head, three, you don't see that man as a leader, and four, basically you are thinking about retiring him to Monkey Branch to another person. And again, this is not about this. The whole thing is that this whole thing that she says is about him going for his dreams, again, is looking like a nightmare situation that basically could lead to the end of this relationship, because again, with black on black love, a woman who truly loves her husband is going to again understand that he needs to be a man. And again, part of him being a man is him being able to again have his own sense of direction as related to things, because again, a man who has dreams is going to go for them dreams, whether he is working for $5 an hour or $100,000 a year. He going to put money to the side for the things he want to do. And if you think a guy again works for 15 years for the police department, you think he would have his money together to go for his dreams. Again, if he helped her get her dreams, and again, she was out here doing things, the thing is, he should have been having his own stuff ready. So when I listen to this statement, it's not looking like a couple that's going to, again, stay together, but one that's going to fall apart, because, again, the way she's talking about this man shows that she basically doesn't understand how marriage works or how things work between men and women. Now, if you want to learn why women like Tabitha Brown wind up on the road to a paradigm of failure, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also pick up Why 70% of Black Women Are Single at other online booksellers like Draft to Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you want to check out many of the other books on the SJS Direct imprint, you can find those books in paperback and Kindle format on Amazon.com and other online booksellers like Draft to Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Coming to paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, A Thorn in My Side. The man who rules the world takes on an agent from the CIA from the Black Boule in this action-packed all-new John Haynes series adventure. Pre-order your copy of John Haynes' A Thorn in My Side at Amazon.com and other online booksellers. Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, Godbreaker. The man who rules the world takes on the Asgardian god of thunder in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get your copy of John Haynes, Godbreaker in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.